But this Aussie guy, apparently he's a snake. He's a big snake. Before going on this stream, he messaged Aaron. And he said to Aaron, hey, Melton's going to come onto this stream. I can press him for you. I'll do anything for you, Aaron. Just let me be on the Steel Show. Well, actually, I don't think he said that he wanted to be on the Steel Toe Show, but he did message Aaron and asked him if there was any questions he wanted to press Melton with prior to the to this. And apparently he's kind of like that before. So this Australian guy, don't trust him. There's two Aussie guys. That's twice as much as there should be.
Yeah, they're taking me down, man. I watched that clip. Aaron, you can tell Aaron thinks that like him and Mike are like coming after me.
it came
now. This is in regards to the Aaron. Oh, sorry, not Aaron. Well, it is about Aaron, but it's in regards to Nick and Melton accessing Aaron's private computer account now, and Gmail and all the secrets. Apparently, they've got revenge porn of him now as well. There's a bit of jokes about that coming up in this. But what happened is they committed digital trespassing and perhaps some other things. And so many people were A-logging so quickly that they realized they fucked up in a big way. Now, in this clip, Melton's going to self-snitch and say it was his idea all along for him to do this, which means that he convinced a lawyer to do something very illegal and very against his own code of ethics and possibly could lead to disbarment if it is true and proven. Because in this, they say that they're reading the emails between Aaron and his attorney, which would be spying on confidential communications between an opposing lawyer in Rekieta's case, which is a very big no-no.
Across to me like Aaron got a little bit drunk on Red Bar because he started revealing a lot more about the Google account stuff, and the charges.
Right.
Like he got a little more cocky and excited about it.
Now, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much Aaron reveals about his own email account because it's his account. It's not illegal for him to look at his own shit. So if Aaron wants to talk about it, that's fine. That's what he does on his show, right? But if Melton talks about it, he's just giving more information to potential prosecution. It's ridiculous. And apparently the Stearns County is just really bored. They're so bored that they're willing to chase Ralph to Mexico to make him pay $500. Also, you know what's funny? I just thought about this, but that means that Ralph paid his court fines before Nick did as well. So Ralph is potentially a better lawyer than Nick because he got a plea deal faster than Nick. And he paid off his court fine faster than Nick. So isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Now, Patrick, obviously I know you're not going to jail, but given how bored the St. Cloud police seem to be, are you worried about the inconvenience of
wow? So you let this guy Dean come on here under the guise of we're all going to hang out. You let this Dean guy come on. You see what he's doing? He's snaking in like a little piece of shit. You know, you came, no, I know what you did, Dean. You came in here acting like you were part of a show. This is going to be fun. But now you see, you know what? If you just set up an interview with me, if you just ask me for a day and a time where I could prepare for these questions, you're being a cunt. He's being a rat fuck.
He's being a cunt, but not a good cunt. But yeah, it's kind of funny because he literally did just snake in, and he tried to go and get Aaron's permission to do this as well. But apparently Aaron told him to just fuck off. Although I don't know. I haven't seen the DMs or anything. But allegedly, he messaged Aaron to try and get his approval to come in and press Melton about his illegal actions.
Uzi, and I don't appreciate you sending out links.
We have a gas backstage.
Yeah, I've said from the beginning that I mean, look, if an investigation got open, like sure, someone's gonna come talk to me, or I'm gonna be like this thing about prison and everything. Like nobody even understands.
Now I don't know where these allegations of Melton being in prison are coming from. I mean, I think he deserves to be in prison for a different reason. But the digital trespassing thing, I wasn't really worried for Melton, although it'd be funny to see something bad happen to him. I was more concerned in Nick's case because Nick is out on bail and he has several court cases against him currently. So having these additional things come in is not a good thing to happen. It could very easily violate his bail, revoke it, and then he'll be going to prison until his trial date, which could be up to a year from now. We don't know. Trial can take a long time. Like the next hearing is like in December 17th, I think. But that's just going to be another plea deal, right? If he does something bad, and these are charges that came after he got arrested, so it would actually violate his it would violate his bail bond, right? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Now, is something going to come out of it? Probably not, honestly. But it's so wild that they're just so flagrantly showing people how much they've done.
Nobody even knows what the fuck they're talking about. No one's hacked anything.
Can you give some more?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you actively hacked someone or if they just left their... Like, that's like saying, I didn't steal the car, officer. The keys were already in the ignition. This is ridiculous. I didn't hotwire. Like, what are you talking about? No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Aaron was so stupid that he left his PC logged in. You did something illegal, and then you bragged about it, and now they're trying to backtrack. They're trying to backtrack and say it was all jokes. You know, it was all a work. You all fell for their sneaky ruse. But they were talking about this in their Discord weeks before any of the information came out. So is that part of the ruse? They're just so 5D chest-brained that they're going back in time and laying down these, like, their cover story? I don't think so. I don't think so. And the more that people are talking about it, the more they're getting nervous about it. So they like to joke about it. But when you see the clips from Melton stream, they're all like, oh, shit, did we actually do something really bad? And these guys on this stream look pretty worried as well. They're pretty concerned for Melton, I think.
Context of to what information you were given to build
so sure. So Nick messaged me one night, late in the night.
Now, this is just so sad because Melton is Nick's bought friend. Like, Ralph had to pay $500 to take this this photograph. That's what the cost. That's what Ralph's friendship cost. Nick's friendship cost Ralph, I should say. But Nick has so few friends to talk to now that he has to hang around in Melton's chat. And we're gonna get to what Nick's been saying recently. He's been pretty quiet recently. Some taking that as a bad sign for him because he does have a compulsion to both be embarrassed. It's a humiliation fetish, and also to get attention. So the fact that he's been so quiet on Twitter is, I would suggest, a pretty bad sign. And we might know why now, but I'll talk about that when we get to the Nick parts. But yeah, this is Nick's last friend, the last person he talks to. He pays him money to talk to him, and then he messages him late at night with this hot detail because he's just looking for anyone that hates Aaron. And Aaron's not a good guy. Like, he's just the shiniest turd in the whole story. That's what's amazing, is that Aaron keeps fucking up, but people keep fucking up around him worse. So I don't know. Like, I've described it as all of Aaron's enemies are just slipping on banana peels. So it's just another win for the toe, unironically, like every other day. But yeah, Melton gets a shower call, but it's a friendly shower call.
And he's like, Aaron left my computer logged in. And I go, do you know what that means? Do you know how much shit we could get? And then I sent him a go to my PC link. You ever heard of that?
All right. What the fuck? So Melton comes out and admits that it was his idea. The whole harebrained scheme was his idea. Nick should know better. I mean, Nick has been spying on Aaron for the last, I guess he said, like 8 months or something. Like, it was a long time now. Then he sends him a go to my PC link. Now, I think that's a remote viewing, like a team. Let me see. Go to my PC. Go to my PC. Yeah, remote desktop software that allows a user to access the computers remotely. So that means he's sending Nick a link that allows Melton to remotely view or access Nick's computer. So not only are they committing digital trespassing right then and there, but he's also potentially just getting details on Nick as well. You can't trust this guy. Like, holy shit, this guy could have a bunch of private documents from Nick as well. He's just waiting for the appropriate time to backstab him. Now, typically when you use like now I haven't used Go to My PC myself, but when you use like a remote desktop setup, usually you have to accept that the other person's PC can access your PC, and then when you finish your session, they can't access again any time. But I don't know how they set it up. And Nick's just a boomer enough that maybe he's set up in such a way that Melton can just see everything he does whenever he wants. Like, he might just have a back door into the Recator Baldo verse now. And these guys have actually talked about how they're willing to backstab Nick and how they don't care if he goes to prison. These are the people he wants to hang around with. People that will laugh at him to his face while they take his money and then sell him down the river just to get one more minute of making fun of Aaron Imholte. It's insane. It's insane.
That's one of my sponsors. Go to my PC. And
I would have to assume he's joking about using his sponsor for to do something illegal. That's a weird thing. That's a weird thing to do. Like, hey, this is one of my sponsors, and I use it in the action of committing a crime against the man that I spend all day talking about. What a I don't know. What goes on in these people's minds? I have no idea.
It lets me get on his computer, and then I moused around a little bit through Aaron's account. And very quickly I found out, the images that are there, the self-pleasuring videos that this guy takes on his own phone.
Whoa,
and uploads
hang on.
to the cloud. I mean, so we started.
Now, I think that he's telling some tall stories here. I don't think these actually exist, because I think it would have been leaked already if they did. But he implies that Aaron's got videos of himself wanking, and also there's nudes of April. And he kind of he pretends to be a comedian, I guess. But it's not very funny. I don't think I've ever seen him say anything that's like funny at all. But he kind of goes over the top and says like, yeah, we got like April's nudes, we made wallpapers out of it. I think he's trying to be like over the top to try and make it sound like what they did was just so ridiculous it couldn't have actually happened. Except there's plenty of evidence that it did.
Going through, private.
True, never trust an Aussie.
Lawyer conversation. Is that what they're called? Lawyers? And then, so they're like, I think we're going to get him. And we were laughing about that. And then nudes of April. We downloaded so many nudes of April and made wallpapers. We both were like trying to make the coolest wallpaper. We had a contest. And
so the difference between you and Aaron answering my questions is Aaron will just yell at me. You'll go on a ridiculous fucking explanation and give me nothing. Thanks. Appreciate it.
This is 100% true, and no one will ever believe it. Nick.
Now, I do think that Melton is exaggerating here. But I think that he's exaggerating so he can tell the truth while also trying to cover his tracks. Do I believe that that this remote viewing access of Nick's computer happened and they looked at Aaron's shit together? Yes, I believe that happened. Did all this other stuff happen? Probably not. Probably not. He's just trying to be funny, but he needs to try harder.
Has never, ever, ever told me that he has access to Aaron's Gmail account. Like that.
Now they literally talked. This is just a straight-faced lie. They talked about having access to Aaron's emails. And they talked about an email he specifically sent to a radio show where he did a PowerPoint presentation or something because Aaron wants to get back on the air. He wants to be like a real radio man. He doesn't want to be an internet radio man. He's not very proud of being an internet radio man. He wants to be a real radio man. He wants to have a real show. He wants to say on the air unironically again. That is such a specific piece of information that Aaron could very easily immediately prove or disprove what Melton did just by confirming the existence of this PowerPoint. Now, Aaron has also said that he's in contact with the police about this. And when asked if charges were coming for Nick in this case, he didn't say yes, but he didn't say no. And he specifically said that he won't say no on this. So again, even if you are joking, like even let's backtrack a bit and say this is all a work. It's all a work. Melton's not the kind of guy that you want to taunt the police with. If they decide to come onto his computer and take a bit of a look, looking for the Imaholte PowerPoint presentations, whatever, I think they're going to find some pretty weird shit that Melton doesn't want the cops to see. He's playing with fire here in a big way.
100% or a Google account or whatever. I assumed all of this. I just assumed it.
But what do you mean assumed? Just have all the facts right, and it says, "Oh, I just made it up in a dream." It's all. I don't know. What are you talking about? Come on now. Give people a little bit of credit.
What did he taunting Aaron about it?
But what did he tell you? I had no idea. Did this just pop up in your head that you decided to run with it? Or was there something that Nick told you that made you go, I can make something of this?
I think we were just talking about when Aaron used to do shows over there. And then I deduced that, Aaron probably logged in. You know the way, like Aaron broadcasts through like OBS and the YouTube backend. He doesn't use StreamYard. So like I figured he would probably log into his computer. And I don't remember if I don't even know if I asked, but Nick never, ever, ever said to me or whatever that he had access to this. And I know
what the fuck? He just like 2 minutes ago, he said that Nick messaged you late at night, and he said that he had access to Aaron's shit. So what is it? He can't even keep his story straight for 4 minutes.
Just thought it'd be funny to run with it, and I had no idea he was putting out the screenshots of that stuff or anything. So like it's like no one will ever kind of believe. Look, I don't know if he did. I have no clue what Nick did. I have no clue, but everything I've said has pretty much been out of my ass. I was seated with something, and then I just ran with it.
But do you think, and this is my opinion on Nick Rekieta, it's like with Nick, everything.
What is this guy saying? Does anyone understand this Hugh Easy guy?